My name is Irene Soila from the Kenya Human Rights Commission. I proceed from where Monasi has left. Totalitarian tactics, darkness and blood, digital darkness. The nationwide internet shutdown was a strategic blackout to facilitate industrial-scale ballot stuffing in favor of Museveni, enforced disappearances, arbitrary arrests, and detentions of the citizenry, as well as the opposition supporters and leaders. We have overwhelming evidence of Electoral Commission, EC officials, security forces, and the Ghetto Brigade militia critiquing ballots in favor of Museveni while the world was blinded. Systemic terror at polling centers and the decapitation of oversight. The sanctity of the ballot box was desecrated through a coordinated campaign of state-sponsored terror aimed at opposing agents and independent observers. In a blatant display of electoral fraud, agents of the National Unity Platform, NUP, were systematically chased away from polling stations prior to voting or abducted immediately after to prevent them from witnessing the tallying process. We condemn the lawless falsification of declaration of results forms and the only primary evidence of the people's will, which were violently stolen from agents by security operatives. The intimidation extended to the voters themselves. In districts like Mitiana and Butambala, citizens were scattered from their designated polling stations by force to facilitate full-scale daylight ballot stuffing by placing Robert Changulai, Bobi Wine under house arrest and abducting key supervisors like NUP Electoral Commission Chair John Sebufu and other NUP coordinators and vice presidents. The regime ensured that the counting process was a one-sided, fraudulent exercise conducted in total darkness. The unprecedented and illegal militarization of the democratic process. We witnessed a chilling transition from a civilian election to a total military occupation, masterminded by a family cabal. The involvement of the Ugandan People's Defense Forces, UPDF, and special security units were beyond security and moved into active criminal interference, violating both Ugandan and international human rights laws. This militarization was characterized by a wave of high-profile arrests and enforced disappearances, including the arrest of NUP Vice President Honorable Lina Zedriga from her home in Gayaza, the abduction of Honorable Bright Muhuza, Mbarara South candidate, and Jacqueline Tukamushabe. The January 15, 2026 exercise was not an election. It was a military operation designed to bypass the biometric voter verification kits, which were deliberately sabotaged despite costing billions to allow the Electoral Commission to announce results at the National Tallying Center that bore no resemblance of the actual declaration of results forms from the ground. The high cost of the ballot. This electoral coup is stained by the blood of over 50 citizens. We specifically condemn the January 16 massacre of 10 people murdered during a military raid on the home of NUP Vice President, Honorable Mwanga Kivumbi, in Butambala, and many others that lost their lives across the country, bringing to the total to almost 50 out of this election so far, while over 1,000 Ugandans either illegally detained or missing as a result of enforced disappearances. The Ghetto Brigade militia. This militia group, whose official name is Ghetto Structures, reports to Museveni as their commander-in-chief. The direct leaders of these illegal outfits are Major Emmanuel Kutesa and Chris Damulira. On several occasions, they beat up and robbed people who did not support Museveni or who carried Ugandan flags as a symbol of patriotism and resistance against autocratic rule. They also stole declaration of results, forms, and terrorized voters. The modus operandi was akin to the State Research Bureau, under dictator Idi Amin, notorious for brutal repressions.
Bobi Wine, a replica to Pablo Escobar, photocopy to Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar muyaga we Colombia, Bogota, Mexico, simanyi, mwababi manyi, wawa. Aba drug enforcement ya America. Bamunonyanga ne batuuka ne weesula. Ate ne bamulekaawo. Ngeyali akulira cartels mu nsi ezo. Naye Pablo Escobar yavirako gavumenti nyingi kugwa. Ne ba presidenti ba America bamu ne balekulira. Ne n'abanene mu America ne balekulira. Kubanga wali toyinanga bw'omujja mu bantu. Tokitegedde. Wali toyinanga bw'ojja Pablo Escobar mu bantu. Era Wakini Rodriguez n'obutakanya bwe yafuna ne El Chapo Guzman Abamerika ne batuuka n'okukolegana ne Guzman. Kati El Chapo Guzman ali mu Amerika saawa zino we bamusibira. Nga abayigirizibwa Pablo Escobar batuuka n'okuva mu Pablo Escobar ne bamuwaayo. Naye Guzman already yali akolegana n'Abamerika. Pablo Escobar n'olwaleero wadde yavaawo kyenda mu ebiri n'olwaleero kyasaasaana mpaka Venezuela nsi zaawo, naye kyasibukawa e Sicily, Italy. Nayigirizibwa Saabayaga we Italy ba Michael Corleone family eyo nakati weeri nekyabalemerera ne saawa zino ekitegeera ekyo kati yali mu bantu. Abantu bali tibeesiga gavumenti z'ezo nsi naye ate nibeesiga abayaga. Nikisaasaana mpaka ne Haiti. Nikiva kwekyo ne Bama oba gye bayita batya kati Bama ye gye bayita kati bagikyuse gye baatwala Bannayuganda. Nakati tibakyaliyo be baatwalanga kukola ku IT. Kati gavumenti kyeki? Gavumenti bantu, population, civilians. Government katulaba sawa zina abantu niwagala kuwayo Kyagulanyi dakiika tuno abalabise golowooza aline ebisolo ali mu njovu nedda ali mu mazike nedda ali mu bantu ali mu mayumba g'abantu ayina mazike gabeeramu aga mayumba ge yalaze ga mazike ga nkima Government bantu naye ejja kusanga butayawo Government kiki bantu kati abantu ne bawaayo Kyagulanyi waali alabika ne kati abantu bakoze eki be bamukwese si ye yekwese mu bantu naye kati eyawangulwa yekweka ki muli mutya sande enungi